Hello all, welcome to my channel Learning Oasis. In today's video, we are going to see how to compare two tables. In a way, we are going to replace Vlookup by using Power Query. So let's get started. So this is the first set of table that I have, where I have the order details, and there is a second table where I have the customer details. The unique value between these two tables is the customer ID. So normally, if you want to fetch the details from the second table to the first one, so you will use the customer ID as the unique value, and then use the VLOOKUP formula to get these details transferred to the first table. But for that, so in this case, we have like excluding customer id, we have four columns, so you would have to enter vlookup formula four different times. If it is like 50 or 60 columns, again you will have to repeat it so many number of times. But instead, if you use power query, it's a single step wherein you can transfer every data from the second table to the first table. So let's see how to do that. So for that, initially I'm going to convert this into a table, and then the shortcut for that is Control T. By now everybody should be aware of this. So this is being converted into a table now, and the second sheet, that is also getting converted into a table. So we are done now. So I'm going to the data tab and then click on get data from other sources table slash range, and then click on close and load to. Click on only create connection, hit OK. So this is done. Similarly, follow the same steps for table 2. Only create connections. So now we have converted both tables into a query, and then the names of it is table 6 and then table 7. Now we are going to go to the get data tab, click on combine queries, click on merge. So by this way, we are going to compare both the tables and then get the required output. So I'm going to select table 6 and then table 7. So what I'm going to compare is using the customer ID, because that is the unique value for both the tables. So what do we need now? So you can go ahead and select the option here. So I want entire thing from the first table to be available along with the data from the second table. So I'm going to use this option. So left outer, all from the first, matching from second. So I'm going to click on it and then click OK. So this is the data I will see now, and then you can click on the table, and here, so this is where Power Query is going to be different from VLOOKUP. So if you're going to use VLOOKUP, you will be entering the VLOOKUP formula for the number of columns that you need to fetch from the second table to the first table. But whereas in this case, it is just a drop down. You need to click on this and then select whichever details that you need. So customer ID, you don't require. Customer name, you may or may not require. If you don't require it, uncheck it. So the contact email, and then contact phone, these are the details that you need to fetch from the second table. So I'm going to click OK. So this is how your table will look, where you have from the first table, and it is being merged with the data from the second table, right? So this is what you have. In case if you want to do the other way around, from table 2 you want to compare table 1, you can also do that. So for that, in the source, you will have to modify the query slightly. Okay, let's load this one and then get back to that afterwards. So this is the resultant table I have. So this has merged the table 2 with table 1. So I'm going to add some extra data to check if this is getting added here. Okay, so I have three columns here. I'm going to add this. Just if you paste it, this will automatically be combined with the table. So we added three different items: 1075, 1045, and 1021. So I'm just going to refresh this. right? So here we go. So this is combined here. So now let's go to the previous one that we were discussing, right? If I want to fetch details from table 2 to table 1, so for that what I need to do is I'll go back to the query here, and then double click on source. So now what I will do is I will select right outer, all from second matching from first. Okay, you got it. So now I'll click on okay. So what I have to do is expand the table, and you will see the list of columns that are available. So customer ID is already there, I'm excluding it, and then I'll have to click on okay. So this is done. So if you see, there are few null values that are available here. The reason being, for these two, we don't have entries in the sheet 1. Okay. So let's close and load this. Okay. So we have loaded this. So for these two customers, we don't see data here. The reason being, we don't have any data for that in the table 1. So let's see what the customer IDs for them is. So it is 3 and then 6. So we'll try to enter two entries for 3 and 6. Okay, so customer ID is 3 and customer ID is 6. So get some random numbers here. Let's put some random dates and then fill out this information, and then now I'm going to come over here and then refresh it. So if you see, the data will be getting picked up automatically. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you all.